April 11th, I was having a bad headache, and I asked my boy for an aspirin. Before I could get the aspirin, I don't remember 20 days.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
Hanging out with? Are you hanging out with Diddy? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah. Popped out the town car with a camera. Said, yo, Puff, yo, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy. He was like, party. And he got pissed at me. He said, yo, don't Playboy, don't play with me. You know I am, I'm Diddy, you know what I'm saying?
So Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
Too many coincidences.
After allegedly almost getting unalived last year by Diddy, Jamie Foxx is back again. And he's spilling the tea about everything Diddy and some popular people were getting up to in the industry. To make matters even worse, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Big Hommie CC, also supported Jamie's claims and even revealed that Diddy was the one who paid people to finish off Jamie because he knew too much. It turns out this assassination attempt is the reason why Jamie ended up in the hospital last year with a stroke and almost lost his life. According to his ex-bodyguard, Jamie even secretly met up with the FBI days leading up to his health emergency to tell them that his life was in serious danger, but since he didn't have any concrete proof to back up his claims, they didn't take him seriously until he was in the hospital fighting for his life. Now, if y'all remember, back in April of last year, the entire internet was in shambles when it was reported that Jamie Foxx was rushed to the hospital because he suffered a mysterious stroke that was literally one step away from taking his life. Apparently, he had a deadly blood clot in his brain, and if he had gotten into the ER just about a minute late, he would have either died or become a vegetable. The whole thing seemed very shady to a lot of people because Jamie was very healthy leading up to this, so the fact that he was even having a stroke in the first place just didn't make sense. Not only that, but his family was being very secretive, and the media literally had to go through hell and back just to find out which exact hospital he was being treated in. And when the location was made public, his family reportedly increased security for his room. It was almost like they were protecting him from someone or something, but didn't want to make it obvious. Even when it came to disclosing the exact medical condition Jamie was suffering from, his people didn't want to disclose that he had suffered a stroke. At some point, some people started speculating that he was already dead, but his family wasn't ready to tell the public. That's how crazy the entire thing got. After weeks of being in the hospital, Jamie miraculously recovered from his condition, and the first thing he did was to jump on social media to address the rumors surrounding his illness. He said the entire experience was very traumatic for him and even compared it to him going to hell and back.
I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing. Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. Said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. But I did go through, and I know they talk about people crying on videos. You can do take two, but I'm not gonna do a take two. It is what it is, and if you see me out from now on and every once in a while I just burst into tears, is because it's been tough, man. I was sick, man, but now I got my legs under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember me for the jokes that I crack, the movies that I make. Some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out. And the songs that I sing, man.
Now, of course, people were happy to see him getting better, but they also couldn't help but point out how emotional and spiritually drained he looked. To be fair, he had just survived a life-threatening illness, so he was gonna look a bit tired, but people just felt like he looked weird. Some people even said he died and that the person who was talking was his clone. Not only that, but he also sounded like he had way more to say, but was holding back till he had enough strength to fight back what will come to him. saying the things he actually wants to say. Once all this happened, the first suspect on everyone's list was Diddy, because prior to Jamie getting sick, he was out there telling Diddy's business to the internet. In fact, it has been rumored for a while now that Jamie was allegedly one of the celebrities who were at Diddy's freak-off parties. What really made these allegations start going crazy was when an old interview that Jamie did a while back went viral on social media while he was still in the hospital fighting for his life. During this interview, Jamie revealed some disturbing things he saw when he was invited to a Diddy party, and upon his arrival, he saw a bunch of naked people doing all kinds of freaky stuff. It was an entire freak-off party, and there was everything you can imagine, including Diddy's infamous pink coke, as some of you know it. The pink coke has actually come up a lot recently, and according to reports, it's a dangerous combination of hard substances to get people to indulge in freak-off activities for hours without getting tired.
For him the whole time. I remember watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man. And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is.
The sex?
The lady. The lady. I see Dr. Ruth. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera. Dr. Ruth and Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel pool dancing, doing their thing, right? And you know what they dancing to? Over in the corner, God bless, is Heavy D, Andre Harrell, and
Diddy knows the people and the he shipped in for his party wouldn't be able to last for hours, so he gives them this pink so they can last for hours. At some point, they become literal freak-off zombies running off of just pink. Jaguar Wright stepped into the chat and took it upon herself to get in touch with one of the dealers who cooks this pink coke, and the details are much more disturbing than you'd think. Child, listen to this.
Young Miami has to bring across.
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was. So I talked to my guy, and my guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
With Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Education.
101.
So Tusi is the coke, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the coke. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary, it's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain you will always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and coke. Now, see, the coke can keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you have the Viagra, to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing yourself with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer. So that relaxes all your muscles. You could get 80-ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is going to stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the in you, so you don't feel shit, and then you add the X to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out, and now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now the Tusi, they done skipped all the steps. They condensed it. So you got the cocaine in there, and then you got the ketamine in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the X in there. Now, the Viagra, you still got to take that solo. But with the Tusi, you got all of that. The gay cocktail. Off cocktail in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making them? Yeah, and they made it a special color, so they done that with the Tusi.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that...
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across, like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no...
I need that here. You got 3 powerful and food coloring.
Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall, wouldn't even feel it.
Anyway, going back to Jamie, he revealed in another interview that these parties were so private and secretive that he wasn't initially allowed to get into them unless he was invited by Diddy. So in order to let Diddy invite him, he agreed to bring his camera along and document the entire thing for Diddy. He was basically acting like he was down with the shenanigans and that he was going to be Diddy's personal cameraman, so Diddy will allow him in. And we all know Diddy loved to record the freak-offs, so he was obviously going to say yes. In fact, if y'all remember, Cassie said in her lawsuit that Diddy used to film these parties and keep the videos as leverage over the people who attended. He knows these people wouldn't want their private videos out in public, so he can use that to control them for as long as he needs to.
The way I would get in these parties, I show up with a camera.
Puff, yo, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document.
Word on the street is Jamie knows too much, and that's why he was one of the first ones to be targeted once it was time to clean the house. According to Diddy's former bodyguard, Big Hommie CC, he blatantly accuses Diddy of being responsible for Jamie's illness, and he claims that they got Jamie by poisoning him with cyanide. Big Homie claims Diddy tried taking him out too by poisoning him with the same substance on 2 occasions, with the second attempt getting his brother also poisoned in the process, but he made it out of both attempts alive. As if all of this wasn't wild enough, he said the reason why Jamie was and still is secretive about the details of his stroke is because he reported Diddy to the FBI for poisoning him, but he didn't have enough evidence to back it up, so the case was never made public. Mind you, this was all before Cassie exposed Diddy, so Jamie coming out without proof would have definitely made him look crazy to a lot of people.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
So, wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this. Facts.
Wow. Okay, and how did you hear about this? If you can tell me, or if you can't, that's all good. But you know what I'm saying, like, well, you know, people are they're gonna want to know, you know what I'm saying, how, you know, how this happened, or you know what I'm saying, what's the backstory to this?
Well, by the time this drop, this is gonna be in the stratosphere. It's gonna be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. But by the time this interview drop, this is gonna be out in the ether for sure. These people poison people, bro. I've been poisoned 3 times. Why am I testing positive for cyanide? You feel me? Why I had pneumonia 3 times. So people like, man, why he breathe like that? Because I only got 1 lung. And then I had a car crash. I got 1 nostril permanently blocked. And I done had pneumonia 3 times. Somebody been trying to poison me. My brother got poisoned with me. The little lady I was bodyguarding, she got poisoned. Like, somebody is carrying on these antics. These is facts.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify if you on camera and some of this footage and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. It's ways in this industry people go about doing things. Just know I tested positive for cyanide 3 times. After drinking some bottles in the club. Once you get hit with the cyanide, it turned into pneumonia. I had it 3 times. So.
And notice how he said once, you take cyanide and it has the possibility of causing pneumonia? Well, guess who suddenly died from pneumonia despite never being diagnosed of having any illness and being healthy? Kim Porter. Now, I'm not saying Diddy had a hand in Kim's death, but there have been rumors going around way before he even got exposed that he had a hand in it. So I guess we'll just have to wait for the feds to conclude on that. Now, when it comes to Jamie, he recently opened up about the health emergency he had during a recent Netflix comedy special and it was disturbing to say the least.
Dr. Schutte came out. He said, well, we didn't find where it was coming from, but he is having a stroke. He may be able to make a full recovery, but it's gonna be the worst. My youngest daughter, she's 14. I didn't want her to see me like that. But she snuck into my hospital room with her guitar. I was paralyzed. Said I couldn't walk.
As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said Jamie probably got a hold of one of them baby oil bottles and used the whole thing not knowing it was laced with GHB. Another person said it's extremely telling that Jamie won't explain what happened to him. If it was just a medical issue, you would think he would talk about it to raise awareness. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Jamie mysteriously almost dying after allegedly getting poisoned by Diddy? And do y'all really believe Diddy has something to do with it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.